Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. So it is Friday, Flour It Up Friday, and I have a million and one things to do. But one of those things I need to do is feed my sourdough. As you can see, it is starving as per that hooch on the top, as they call it. So I'm going to feed my sourdough today. And what do I do with my discard? This is my discard off of the all-purpose one, and the other one is a mix of all-purpose and whole wheat. Even though all-purpose is wheat, but whatever. I'm going to try and figure out something to do with this sourdough. So now that I've fed my two sourdough starters, I have this container, probably like 2.5 cups, almost 3 cups of sourdough discard. So one of the things I like to do with that is make pancakes. So in my bowl here, I have about 1/2 cup of my sourdough discard. And to that, I'm going to add a cup of flour. And this is all-purpose flour that I'm adding in here to my sourdough discard. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of, I'm using vanilla sugar. You can use just regular sugar. It's just a basic pancake recipe. I don't even have a recipe, just flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. And I'm adding my sourdough discard and an egg. You can use an egg. Sometimes I use eggs, sometimes I don't. And milk. Sometimes I use water, sometimes I use milk. In this case, we are working through our sweetened condensed milk, which I diluted down so we can have something to put into coffee or with cereal for breakfast mornings. So I've been diluting it down to sort of a evaporated milk consistency. It's a little sweeter. I could probably dilute it a little bit more, but I didn't. So here is my mix. I obviously wanted a lot thinner than this, so I did add a little bit more water into the mix just to get it to the consistency I wanted it for pancakes, which is a little thinner than, say, if you were making waffles. So this is my mix for my pancakes. Now I'm gonna do something a little different. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while, but I'm just getting around to it. So I have this, I don't know, this mister, this olive oil mister. If somebody knows where to get one of these that works, this one is a Pamper Chef, and it has stopped working, and I don't want to buy another expensive one to have it stop working, you know, a month or two into this. But I like what it did at the beginning. But since it's not working, as you can see, it doesn't spray anymore. I'm just going to use some oil in this frying pan, and I'm going to try and make what I call my play on McGriddles, because we haven't eaten out in so long. But I've been having a hankering for these for probably like the last, I don't know, 6 months or so. I haven't had them in years, probably, you know, about 6 years ago. But I like that salty, sweet taste of the pancake and the eggs and cheese or whatever else you might put in this. So I have these rings that I was using for big cookies, and I'm gonna try to use these. Let's see how it works. So I'm just oiling them. And I do have a nonstick frying pan that should help as well, but we'll see. I think 4 should fit in here, and we're gonna do 4 at a time, so that will cut down on how long I'm over here trying to fry up some pancakes. So I'm just oiling. I'm using olive oil, but I guess you can use a nonstick spray. I don't have any, but this is what I'm gonna use. So I just had the cover on my pancake mix, just to hydrate that flour once I did add the extra water. So here's the consistency I have, and you don't want to take out all the lumps. Some of the lumps, yes, but you don't want to mix it to where it's completely smooth. You want to have some of those lumps, I've been told, and I find it's correct because it helps rise of the pancake. But this is my mix, so I'm going to get to frying these pancakes up, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to try and do that sort of knockoff McGriddle. So I saw that these were not sitting flat in my frying pan, so I took out one, and now they're sitting flat on the frying pan bottom. So I'm using my scoop just so I have just about roughly the same size of pancakes in each, and I'm going to get these frying. So now that I've got my pancakes cooking, as you can see, they're pretty much ready to flip. I probably should have added this in a little sooner. I'm adding some pancake syrup right in with the pancake itself. And it's pretty well set at this point. So when I flipped it, actually the maple syrup, actually the pancake syrup started to burn a little bit. So I mixed it in. And as you can see, it still stuck even with the oil that I put on these. So maybe with some nonstick spray it would have been better, even though I don't have any at the moment. But I probably won't use these for the rest. I'm just going to use the scoop and put them down as I normally would. So here are the choices I bought up for meat. This is bacon, and then I have some ham here, and then I have some maple patty sausages that I also canned up. So we're gonna decide which we want here. And then these eggs were given to my husband by a very nice lady that he was doing some work for. So she gave him some farm fresh eggs, and I really appreciate that. So that's what we're gonna have today. And she has this nice card in here, and it also tells the date she actually collected them on, which is nice. So you know kind of how fresh they are, which is a good thing. She's got storage. I had never seen this card before, and it's awesome the information that it has on it. So here is the next batch, and as you can see, I just put them in with my scoop. They're pretty round, and I pretty much put the pancake syrup in right away, and that worked out a lot better. So here they are, and here is my egg. I'm using that ring again. It works much better with the egg. So here is my knockoff McGriddle. It has cheese in it and the egg and my pancakes, and I'm gonna try it. And I will say, it's definitely a great knockoff. It's not exactly like the pancakes, is not as fluffy as the McGriddle is, but it's definitely will fill that hankering that I have for the McGriddle, and they're delicious. I will definitely make this again. We don't usually do this on the weekdays, so this is like a weekend breakfast. And I did do the next ones with sausage. I opened up that jar of sausage, and these are for the rest of the family. They had sausage, and I just had egg and the cheese, and they were really good. So sourdough discard. Who knew it could be so versatile? McGriddles is another thing I will be adding to my recipe book, and it will definitely come in handy for a quick, easy breakfast on the weekends, even through the week. It's not too much work to do. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. And remember, stay safe and keep prepping.